Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Set up. 18 Gator. Right there. Defense wins championships, man. Now.
A carry for the nearby collegiate star, Indiana's Jordan Howard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check out read.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Five. General West. Ready.
Minshew throwing on third down. Completes it to Lee. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go. 44. Hey, tight.
Brissett on first down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Brissett sets to throw it. Ebron's got it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chains, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brissett. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Brissett. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard. Minshew, 1st and 10. He finds Howard complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tight down. There you go.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Hunt. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Hunt on the draw play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the gun, here's Brissett. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into, and that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone.
Down. 18 Gator.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You got one.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And he'll find Moreau here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
58, 58, 58. Mike, pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Foster Moreau there to make the grab as they have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Brissett now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, You can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and that'll bring up second down.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Now Minshew. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A gain of 22. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails. First down, Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play fake, Brissett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
50's the mark. Hey, they scared. They scared.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 32.
Like 50.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Don't say nothing.
On first down, they run with Howard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now Howard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And the return just out across the 15 to the 6. Brissett to throw on first. It's caught by Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Brissett. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
After the sack on first down, Brissett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here first. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Jaguars, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.